My life was based basically around martial arts. I was the founding director of a limited martial arts organisation based in Dublin. I was a CEO of a wholesale company, sports orientated, and I was a chief instructor of several martial arts clubs based throughout Ireland. Basically a life based on fitness, dedication and motivation. I had quite a few injuries from it. The first and probably the most important was a 3 bleeds to the frontal lobe, which was quite severe. I had swelling to my brain, so they had to remove the 2 frontal bones from covering my frontal lobe. Recognition of my brain injury was so difficult. Nobody actually ever sat me down when I was in hospital or in recovery and said, you've received 3 bleeds to the frontal lobe. These are the likely symptoms you're going to experience, and this is your recovery plan. It never happened. Even when I was released from out of the hospital, I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't know what path to follow. Fatigue hits me really. My life was based on fitness. So again, I could work non-stop without any problems. But again, because of the brain injury, I can only do a certain amount, and then I'll skip tiredness and go straight into exhaustion, where I will struggle to even put one foot in front of the other. Lucky enough, I am working with a brain injury team, and the plan is that I break every 20 minutes for a period of 10 minutes. Now I know that makes me sound like I'm doing very little, but I am able to get through the whole day by doing that. And again, as a result of a brain injury, there's always going to be barriers. And it doesn't have to always be jumping over the barriers, which would have been my previous mentality. But there are ways around, you can walk around it, take the slower path, and you achieve great things from it. I have several other issues with the brain injury. As a result of that damage to the frontal lobe, I get anger outbursts. Now my life and my job was based on calmness, collectedness and control, dealing with everything and achieving a lot through that mental attitude of calmness. I have no control over that. I didn't understand it. A neuropsychologist explained it to me, but it didn't, it just wasn't there. The recognition wasn't there. Until I actually spoke to another person with a brain injury who the same thing happened to, and hearing his story gave me that sort of acceptance of the anger issue as a result of the brain injury. Probably the biggest thing and the earliest acceptance for me of my brain injury was I was asked to go and give a talk to other people who had a brain injury. Now it was a small group, it was a very small group, but I actually went down and I told my story, and my ability to talk about what had happened to me, it gave me automatic acceptance of it, and I was able to deal with future problems because of it. But seeing the reaction from others, hearing my story, to be able to answer some of the questions and the queries that both themselves as people with brain injury and their families, being able to talk to them and explain things a little bit more, and give me so much benefit from that. So the brain injury team helped me that way. They've also given me many other plans and helped me to deal with so many other things. Self-promoting myself, rewarding myself, gaining achievements, but taking a record of small achievements where I would always aim for that end goal. Being able to look back now, and I do still do this, and see how far that I have come. It wasn't that end goal, it was those small steps towards that end goal that helped me so much. And again, it's thanks to the brain injury team for being able to guide me in that path.